when the guy pulls out the ball.
Oh,
Legs 11.
Well, he's not even going to get a kill here.
My legs are a bit numb right now. I got pins and needles in my left foot.
Stand up, walk around, get a breath. You're going to have a second because this round and a half is over. Bye-bye, Brazil.
Ethan with some really good entry frags coming up highway there. He did it time and time again. Able to just walk on up, undetected, no one pestering him, literally no damage, and then he just flicks on out, sharp aim, knows where he needs to look.
So then, swap over the sides.
Here we go. Nice little replay for you.
This is good. This one catches him at the right time because the neighbor's out and through the edge of the box. Chip-boom!
Dead. So, we have the pistol round coming in right now. CLG have the kit and a smoke on Finesse, so he can be using that for a smoke defuse, I would say. Probably not going to be using it to hold off territory because he is playing retake B, and it is another B play coming in. Flash used early by the players from Misfits to keep anybody off the line, and now they're posturing ready for this attack. The smoke and Molotov from Amanek will be used towards CT spawn, and I'd say the Molotov towards either the checkers or the back of the site to flush in and out, and that execute has come in. But meanwhile, CLG with full map control, they've pushed A, they know what's up.
They do indeed. I'm quite impressed. Sick. Getting a kill on the Tech 9. Cutler, though, responding, and so too does Ricky. It's drawn level, but the bomb's already planted for Misfits, so it's got to be quick and concise. It certainly is from Cutler. Down the vent, into the site, 2 quick kills. And Amanek, the last alive to defend. Gets damage into the player jumping down from heaven. He's lucky not to be cratered. Nope.
Could have got spicy, a little bit tasty. Diffuse will come in.
Don't talk about food right now.
They had every choke point was kind of getting swarmed by the CLG players who pushed A. They had all the information in the world. They did that as a unit because they knew that Finesse was playing retake B, and that was a well-structured pistol round from them. And that's the initiative I like to see coming out on the CT side. So now let's hope that they just can play their anti-eco better this time round, because that's both pistol rounds going in the way of CLG and a force buy from Misfits. So I'm going to expect a full-on execute. You know, a set play, a set piece, as Hanky G likes to put it. And that might give them a little step in the right direction. Heading towards A right now. This is an oldie but a goodie. Going to line up for the Titan smokes, it looks like. That is indeed. So this is what I call the Titan execute, guys. I stole this from the French. So I'm going to probably be smoking Cat, Fork and Red, Quad, and then I don't know what you call it, but one a little bit deeper than the Fork and Red smoke, just to be able to push through an entry onto the site. And they are actually going with the full-on execute here. You see teams loving to fake this, but they're rolling back the years right now with this play. And, Pop Flash out A main comes in, and here it is. The attack is on.
On to Ethan. Flames down. 6 taking a few shots. He may have been able to sneak up if that Molotov wasn't in position. I'm not sure they would have been aware that he was there. This is actually quite well turned from Misfits. Remember that they won the second round after losing the pistol in the first half as well, Chad, and they may well do it again here. 7 HP for Devitic, 17 for Skylar.
Peace.
But Ricky's gone, and it's all into Cutler. And he seems timid. He's not sure if he wants to give up this M4. Yeah.
See, the thing there is, you have time when you see those smokes come in. That's why, personally, I prefer playing a retake on the anti-ecos, or maybe sending someone out aggressive on an information-finding mission, very Fur-esque, that SK seemed to do. But in that situation, when that execute comes in, unless you have a boost going on or you have some kind of stack that you're confident in to take that fight, the pistols are always going to get what they want. So I would have recommended when those smokes came cascading over the roof, they have plenty of time to see it coming, and the execute was actually not a rush. They delayed it and then pop flashed and went. That the 2 players from CLG in the bomb site could have fled, could have left, could have played retake, given Misfits the free plant. No big deal, really. Retaked and got themselves the round. But this is twice now that CLG have played these second rounds poorly, I would say. Do you think you and I'd be good at a radio cast, Matt?
Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's anyone that's better than us.
Why don't we have a Reddit thread?
We don't need one.
Maybe we're too good for camera. All right, so A main control.
I do have a face for radio.
Yeah, me too.
Look at Kusta.
Yeah, a lot of information, right? And Cutler is baiting for him in some way, so Kusta's just going to need to put 1 or 2 bullets in anybody to take them down. But at some point, they're going to have to hope they find a fight because... Oh, that's nice. That's going to hopefully bait the T's in just to check it out. And Cutler will push, finding one,
and he
tries to get away.
Yeah, he wanted to get away with that smoke down, but unfortunately he goes out of the equation, and his teammate can't grab the gun in time to capitalize. He's not a capitalist.
Maybe he's a communist.
Whoa. Well, it depends. Who did he vote for in the last U.S. election?
He just wants to control all the weapons.
Yeah, okay. See where you're going with that.
Thank you. This should be business as usual, Matthew.
Ooh, this is quite good from Ricky, though, because he's not only got a kill, he's going to confuse them as to which way he's going. He thinks he can get to that gun. He knows it was very likely solo, waiting for his presence. Having won the duel against the EMP at range, he's picked it up. He's going to try and spray
Good
down
damage.
ZQK, but you're right. It wasn't a kill. It was 17 damage left, or rather 17 HP left. When my phone's dying, I tell myself how much HP it has. That's how much I recite the people's health as Ethan takes down Relics. It's ZQK that does respond, even though he was bleeding out. Gives FNS a chance to find him, but they'll play this together and should be able to trade at the very least.
There is a chance here. You know, he does have a chance. If he can find the duel with ZQK and take him down and put himself in a 1v1 situation against Sick, but obviously all the gun advantages in the favor of Misfits.
Let's just bait out one. AK picked up. No armor, aim punch, big factor, nails him. Does Sick, and Misfits will find number 6.
Good eco all in all. Did lose the M4 from Cutler. But able to disturb the cache a little bit from Misfits. The issue is losing that 4-spy round earlier means that the economy is definitely in the hands of the Rabbits.
I like rabbits.
I used to have 2 rabbits. One of them bit my dad.
Sounds like a bit of a dick.
Yeah, he wasn't a nice rabbit. I think I called him Thumper.
My dad had a rabbit. Got in a fight with the dog. I think it ended poorly.
The rabbit got eaten?
I think so. I can't remember how the story goes. My dad was quite annoyed by it.
Those nades right there, the 2 HEs, are really powerful to stop the CT select with the flash push in early. So that's a nice way to negate that kind of attack. Molotov's going to be burning that site, sending it to hell as Misfits doing the right stuff here. They're taking their time as well, Matt, not just running in.
No, not at all. Although Skylar did go quickly to the position to try and plant the bomb. Good spray from Sick through the edge of the smoke. Manages to get them as they rotate back in from Highway. And ZQK is in a position to catch them off from behind the forklift. Good spray in the second one as well. It was a bit questionable for a moment, but kill goes the way of Misfits. They may make us this a game after all, you know. Kusta's onto his AWP, and they've gone for a double. They've got Ricky, your boy, on one as well.
I like this. I hope that they use an AWP at either site, and then maybe have like 3 mid and have the rifles pivot after they've got full control. Because those AWPs can be used to lock down either side. You can have a retake from A at the truck. You can even play him solo quad or on an off angle that Happy was known for on the right-hand side, forklift side of that red box. Always a nice spot. And Rick being able to penetrate B with that AWP quite aggressively gives a lot of information early. The T's look like they know what they want to do straight away. They do have this one player towards B, throwing the smokes and Molotov to do or feign the normal B presence and push Rick away, which they have done. But the bomb is already over at Squeaky Door, so this could be a relatively quick hit. I guess they're just going to wait for the in-game leader's call, and they will run out Squeaky into the hands of Kusa, grabbing one. Ethan doing well from that fence position, grabbing Sick as well. And this round's all over Red Rover.
Send ZQK right over. He's inside of A main. Peeking behind the wooden box. A step to the right, one to the left, another one to the right, another one to the left, another one to the right. Sam radio casting.
A, D, A, D. Control.
Inspecting the red grains of the wood as it seems dry inside of A main. But the moisture's there as Ethan, wrapping around behind, splatters his blood all over it with a quick shot of the M4.
13 rounds now in favor of CLG against the 7 of Misfits. Another buy round coming out as ZQK, AWP in hand, will have a chance to find one of 2 players, as we already mentioned, Ricky and Kusta, both wielding the mighty green.
The big green. Yeah, Sean Gears isn't getting married. He is married.
Well, he's probably on his honeymoon right now. So
yes.
He's getting laid.
But everyone's saying he's getting married. He is married. It's done. Jenna Gears. She even changed her Twitter. That's how I know it's official.
They're very cute.
They are. If I have a relationship that's half as romantic, I'll be surprised. Ethan inside of the site tries to spray through the door. CLG's success. I want to replicate that again into this round.
Do you watch Stargate with the replicators?
No.
You're probably not into that kind of stuff.
No.
Gonna be that AX cute again. This is once more. I'm gonna coin it the Titan one. They don't have as many people, so they're just gonna be throwing, I guess. Oh, they're doing a fake. Okay, so they were throwing the smokes from deeper. Looks like they're trying to funnel through middle over the boost. Booster free frag. No flashes or Molotov to displace him, but we'll get traded. T's now. The A attack is on.
Finesse is to be very, very careful. Molotov is going to force him to the corner, but wins the duel against Sick. He's deep enough in the corner as well that it could be a problem, but ZQK manages to capitalize top of highway. They're in a position to win this round. Guns on the 3 that remain, armor on all of them, and ZQK up close with the big green.
Good round from him so far.
Very good round. Eminok's actually going to catch up Cutler as well. This is going to go the way of Misfits, and CLG, I think, is going to be very limited on money.
Yeah, let's just
quickly... Well, they are. We actually have it. We have a live HUD now.
Oh, we do too. Why
we don't even have to bring it up anymore, Chad.
Damn.
Because this would have broken Misfits down. It's actually going to leave CLG in a position where one round they're going to get 1,400. If they save this AWP, they could force.
Yeah, if Rick saves this, I agree with that sentiment. They should definitely force behind it and maybe use it more aggressively. I like the fact that they're able to sit back and hold the bomb sites. That's something that you're going to hear me say a lot. But if they can try something more aggressive, finding an opening kill, I think any set strategy or any play that Misfits have in the book that they want to run is going to be almost impossible. And for these guys to adjust on the fly, I think that's something that Peacemaker will have established is going to be an issue due to the fact that it's a mixed team and the communication is probably not as good as it could be. So mid-round adjustments is going to be one of the most difficult things for Misfits. And the best way to make them have to struggle and stress is to pick them off early. They are going to force map. You were right.
Yep. As they should do, Chad. They have a chance to still whittle down the economy on the T side, break them, find 14 rounds, potentially 15. ZQK going to sit on top of the sign and spawn.
Good decision, you know.
Ear hurts today.
Yeah, the good decision because, you know, you would now be expecting aggression out of CLG. So to set up this passively allows yourself to find an easy kill if any aggression does come in. Also, it doesn't give you any sound cues, though. So if they were to mess up or play close, you would have that information, which you otherwise don't. But FNS and Kusta getting up close mid. We have an M4 in the hands of Finesse, and Kusta just has a UMP. Ricky's going to be left with that AWP. And once again, the tempo is slowed, but these two players in a relatively forward position with Ricky overseeing with the AWP means mid is going to be quite locked down unless utility is used perfectly when taking this part of the map over. See how they're staying as a pack map?
Yeah, pack of wolves.
They have to say like that, I think, because, you know, they're going for the mid control. Here comes the Molotov to the sandbag. No one's going to be there.
Straight land either. Doesn't need to use the pillar. Man knows his angles.
Oh.
Skylar's going to win out one. Drop down. Kusta's gone. So the force buy might be problematic as Misfits with the stand-ins continue to pull back. Relic's being one of the players that's doing reasonably good damage, I should say, excuse me. Ethan finds one, does not know there's two there, but 6 cowardly and won't go back out for the repeat.
He doesn't need middle now. He should play off, maybe drop back into the A side. He's going to get a duel right now as Sick comes around the corner as Ethan pulls out a nade, or maybe it was in transition between weapons, but Cutler's forward position could see him bag 2 frags here.
If he's patient now, but checked it. So Ricky's got to make another decision. And I think the decision's been made for him. Save the AWP. $0 left in the bank for him. Finesse, 50. Kusta, 300. You know, I don't even need to tell you anymore. You guys have it on screen.
Yeah, you guys,
brilliant.
You guys have eyes.
Well, not everyone does.
Well, the people at home, when we're doing the radio cast, man, they don't have eyes.
It's true. Let me finish. Cutler has the most amount of money on 1150, but they won't be able to force this time. And Misfits is going to find round number 9, potentially 10. CLG struggling to close out their CT side. They've only got 2 rounds thus far.
Yeah, they've definitely wined and dined Misfits. They've...
I'd love to be wine and dine, Chad.
They're past dessert.
Why haven't you done that for me yet?
But they can't get them upstairs for coffee.
Is that how that works?
Look,
I think it's you get coffee and take them upstairs for dessert.
Oh, maybe I've been doing it wrong all these years.
You probably have. I mean, Australia does a lot of things backwards, though, so... No? No comment? Toilet flushes backwards?
We've been over that.
Have we?
Yeah.
Because mine definitely did in the hotel, by the way. I was going to tell you that.
No, but no, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, toilets
definitely
don't
did.
spin in Australia.
No.
The water doesn't spin.
It depends on the model of toilet, Chad.
It does, but we don't... As a plumber, Matthew...
It's not gravity
It's very
related.
rare.
I know, I'm kidding.
All right, I think an eco would probably be the best option right now.
It's more rare currently. The old ones used to do it all the time.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm a modern day man.
You like the what is it? Power flush 30-second reset time.
Well, the system still has to fill up. I just don't like the spin.
Okay, carry on.
Uh,
Eco this time.
Yes. Well, they should eco. They can upgrade a couple of pistols because the loss bonus is slowly building up for them. So getting a P250, a CZ, maybe even a Deagle, it's not going to be too bad for them. And we'll get a couple of them. Kusta and FNS have not actually bought anything. Smoke on Cutler can be deployed and will be used in middle. Now, Rick is going to be taking that AWP, the only weapon in the hands of CLG, over towards A, where he could potentially find Skylar, and that could be an easy pickup of a weapon right there, as Ricky will take down a lost-looking Relics. Kind of back turn, jumping away that early in the round. I don't think he was expecting that to come out. Six going to have pushed up in Squeaky. That'll give him some sound cues if the CTs do want to stomp around like elephants.
Big, loud animals that never forget.
Stomp your feet like a brontosaurus. Stomp your feet like a brontosaurus. No.
Okay, I'm guessing that's a type of elephant.
It's a dinosaur.
Or that's what I meant. Sorry, I meant to say a saurus is usually Sorry.
That's a song.
Is it a carnivore or a herbivore? I used to have a
a
dinosaur encyclopedia, and I used to read them all the
time.
time.
It's the one with the long neck.
It's one of my favorite books. Used to read it in the car on road trips.
I used to like Jurassic Park movies too.
Yeah, I'd never liked those though, oddly enough.
Look.
Oh yeah, I know them. Yeah, they're cool. They are a herbivore, by the way. You were correct. That flash was great, except for that ZQK was obviously uninformed.
Communication.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Six got the opening kill. Misfits are still finding a way inside of the sights. Pistol for Kusta wins out the duel. They now have a crossfire set. ZQK, all right. I was going to say has to walk in with an AWP, but he nails the shot. Ricky shows up, takes Eminuk. More pistol play, though, from Kusta as he continues to look impressive, and they might steal a round at a time when they need one. 2 rounds only so far on the CT side of the 5 that Misfits have gathered. They may gather another. They may gather another. Ethan oversteps the mark. 5 seconds, though. No time, no time, no time. Ricky does not need to peek, does not need to do anything. CLG wins the round just barely.
Ethan tried to throw that away there at the end. Finesse also didn't need to pick from headshot because Ricky had the sight crossed to headshot covered, so he could have just stayed in the sight quite hidden. Lucky to turn that one around, so they're going to get one back, which is definitely a positive thing. And Kusta, Jason's boy, he gonna steal your girl. He be
I don't have a girl.
He be starting, not yours specifically.
Okay, I have a dog. She's my girl.
Ethan's having a great game. 22 frags from that young lad. Cutler as well, chiming in with 18 of his own. Rick and Kusta are actually down the bottom. The ones who are touted as the stars of this squad are, not that they're not doing their job, they're just not getting all the frags. And that's going to be a leg shot nice and early onto Amanek as he moves out of that sunroom position. And this setup here is still a little bit mid-heavy. You can see one in the vent, one highway box. So they do have a bit of presence. It's not like we saw from Misfits who just gave it up every round. Terrible decision.
Yep.
I like this jump peak.
Do you?
Yeah, the way that you need to do it so you're showing the least amount of your body as possible. And I think the way that Apex does it is quite good. He uses the crouch key very well to manipulate the hitboxes, or at least his model.
Touché. Manipulating the hitboxes. Sounds fishy.
Defaulting. Said that word 100 times today.
Well, it seems to be the go-to for both these teams.
Yeah, this is a fake. You see all those A smokes rain down. The rotation isn't going to come in. FNS is close middle. He's going to hear a lot. So if they do run back towards B, which you can hear a few footsteps right now, he's going to know the jig's up. Steps out, whiffs a few shots, but we'll finally take that frag down. Not expecting another player in mid-warehouse. The attack is on B, and Cutler laying down a smoke to give the T's a really rough time at finding a frag onto him.
Yeah, 25 seconds as well. He's got a perfect little gap that he places for himself. Gets a kill. Skylar somehow finds one, but that's all they will find. 15 rounds, CLG map point. And if I'm not mistaken, the money is in shambles.
It's not great, is it?
Hey, I bet you I can pronounce his name. Steven Cutler.
Oh, wow, good one.
Thanks, mate. Pause. CLG's called the pause. Is that true? Very impressive.
Misfits typed pause.
They would have agreed, though. Yeah, CLG said tack.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. I don't know what you can really do right now if you're in the position of Misfits. If you're CLG, you should play retake A because you know the only thing that you lost to early when they had pistols was that A execute. So I would either recommend going for just a brawl, stacking that site, fighting an A main and hoping to close it out quickly, or retaking A, letting them do their execute. They'll expend all of their utility like they did before. It'll clear. You have Molotovs, flashbangs, all of that jazz, and you can get stuck in after that's gone. So that would be my recommendation.
Thank you for the recommendation, Chad.
Okay, so 15 is Young and Keen.
What?
16 is Never Been Kissed. 17 is Dancing Queen. These are all the bingo
Even the
things.
game that's pedophiliac.
No, these are the bingo things, Matthew.
Oh, bingo. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying before I got really weirded out by you.
8 is Garden Gate. 9 is Doctor's Orders. And there's the...
Cutler starting it off well, though. CLG, man advantage on map point.
4v5.
Into the sights. AWP for Ricky, still waiting. Double up in play. Kusta's got the other. And unsurprisingly, Kusta is on a different part of the map. He's actually in mid, so he's not on A direct because it's very easy to smoke off quad.
What do you do in this situation? This is dire. You're playing it slow, so you're not even using tempo to give yourself a random chance of finding a frag and picking up a weapon. You know that they have full utility. You know that they have 2 orbs. Like,
The person in chat that just said Misfits called the timeout is dead wrong because we are in the server. Emanek push through. Sorry to interrupt you, Chad, because this is all about to kick off. Emanek finds the kill, but FNS gets one in return. FNS... a lot of room to work with, to be fair. They can't do much of it. Bomb goes down, at least for Misfits, so they achieved that goal. Picked up an M4. Armor to work with on the gun. Smoke toward A main, but it's Skyler that actually takes down FNX. This could be tough, you know. Just enough utility to hold the CTs out of place.
Oh!
Good shot from Ricky, though. Through the box, nails it in the corner, reads it right. And now they might have a chance to take the fight because they go in, but damn it, again's going to win it out. Amanuk's going to close the door. That's going to make problems even worse. Times it to go through. Kusta's down. Ricky in a 1 versus 1. And he may just hold this. Amanuk's playing with him. Nice shot from Ricky, but does he have the time? I'm not 100% sure. Does indeed. CLG's got it 16-9. Impressive.
Spicy meatball from Rick there in that round. Kill through the smoke with the AWP onto the player playing behind the single box, and then 2 nice P250 frags to finally win that round in the end. It shouldn't have been that close. It was a 4v5. CLG didn't play that perfectly. But a win to win. Yeah, we're on camera.
W.
Yeah, everyone loves a W. Anders was wrong. So everyone make sure you Twitter Anders and tell him how he's wrong. Because what Anders does, guys, I think Jason touched on it before, but he likes to make these outlandish predictions. So when he's right, he'll be like, yeah, I was right. But otherwise, no one would expect them. And it's just like, oh, well, Anders was wrong. We won't say anything. You need to say something. But the panel is ready, so say it to him now. Please, James, the frog, ribbit.
Thanks. We brought that back today for the first time. Anders, you were wrong.
Yeah, Chad's being a motherfucker, isn't he? I don't want to say that.
Straight in there with the expletives.
Just a bit much, isn't it, really? Listen.
He just lost his mind.
Goes away for 2 months, he comes back.
Listen, he says I'm wrong, but you know, Canada's Prime Minister.
You can't even think of anything.
No. I've got this down. So, Sadekist's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, once said, if you kill your enemies, they win. So I wonder if I really did lose this, or actually if I'm really the winner in this one.
You're not the winner in this one.
Yeah, I don't think you win, actually. You lost.
Just in case you actually were confused, you did not win this one. Yeah, this was an interesting game. I think this was actually...
Listen, can I point this out? I think
you can.
I think Misfits did some cool stuff on this map that we haven't really seen before. Like one of the things that was very interesting, really intrigued me, is they would leave highway open completely. So as in
they did do that.
So no one was covering highway at all on the CT side, and I thought that was that was interesting.
Bold and brave.
Yeah, we'll see if it's going to work out. This is the round you're talking about. How does Ethan get all the way up to the top of the highway with no one seeing him once?
But the crazy thing is that's the first time he did it. He did that maybe 2 or 3 more times in that half.
It's like, why is this allowed?
Yeah,
well, it makes it look really cool for CLG, but you just get the feeling, you know, it's like when they actually go up against an opponent who's coordinated and a better team, you're never going to get to that position without being seen, without being spotted at some point. Like someone is going to see you, someone is going to communicate it, unless you're playing Misfits.
There's a really strong chance that will happen, yeah.
It's just a lesson to be learned for everyone, really.
It is, and I'm glad that Misfits were the teachers to guide us through that and sort of really, I think, illustrate the downfall of not covering the middle of the map.
Trendsetters, you could say.
Yeah, I actually think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone in the community could really probably thank Misfits for the kind of PSA that they just gave.
Was it all really one-sided though, or was there any promising?
It was
stuff
pretty
from,
one-sided.
from Misfits?
I mean, the good things obviously for Misfits, and I think in some ways it might actually have just been more mistakes by CLG, is that CLG wins both pistols and then loses both second rounds, so that really kind of boosts the score when it's 16-9. You got to feel like they got 3 to 4 rounds that probably you could say they quote unquote shouldn't have gotten. I mean, this could have been a much wider margin for sure.
Yeah, I actually, on an individual level, I actually quite like both the French players and how they play. Yeah, like they seemed very determined in their playstyle. I didn't see too much hesitation. Even in some obviously unwinnable situations, they looked like they were not really too affected by the pressure. So I kind of like to see that little details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just comes down to, I think we saw a lot of the pugginess, like the lack of an in-game leader kind of really shine in this game.
Yeah.
It is pretty big from what I saw. Also, I mean, and in this sense as well, this is almost where, like, if you're going to make this change of Shazam, right? If, like, say in the future that this is something that the team really wants to do, why are you doing it 2 days before the qualifiers for the major?
Have you ever been inclined to say Shazam instead of
Little me?
Shazam? Has that been on your mind?
I haven't been.
Right.
We could try it out though.
Yeah, I think that works.
If only was here.
Shazam.
Don't mind.
Shazam,
Can they
little
play on
man.
a team together? Man,
Shazam,
that is the
little-
dream.
That'd be too much. You couldn't do that.
It's hard to cast.
It would be difficult to
For
cast.
CLG,
Yes.
Yeah.
standout players for you?
Ethan had a pretty good game.
Yeah?
Outside of that, I didn't really notice anyone do anything like crazy. Everyone just kind of played well. Cutler was like his typical just kind of solid player, but I think Ethan was the kind of the.
That pistol
Is he the
rifle.
mummy? He's the mummy
He's
MVP.
the mummy MVP. Amazing segue. We didn't plan that.
Yeah,
It was perfect. There
that's
you go.
good stuff.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, very reasonable. I thought he played very well. Opening kills, that's huge. 4 opening kills. Good trading as well. The post plans. I mean, 4 fours across the board. Anders, 4s.
Is that good?
We don't have enough information yet, but it
It's
seems to
respectable.
be pretty solid. We've seen some other mummy MVPs with 4s.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite match the 8 that we got in the first map. But
Yeah, someone did. Oh, was that earlier today?
yeah, earlier today, the first match, so we had like an 8.7, which is the most PGL I've ever seen on this
Okay.
on this system.
It was
So-
a 16-1, so you got it. Was that Skadoodle? Was that Skadoodle who was the MVP of the first game?
Probably.
who was the MVP?
I think it was
He was top
Skadoodle.
praying, so I'm guessing.
It was
yes.
Makes
Skadoodle.
sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Skadoodle,
there we
yeah,
go.
Skadoodle. Right, yeah. Final thoughts on this match then. So CLG, not just in terms of the players, but as the team as a whole, sort of highlights from them. CLG, would you say? What highlights would you say that?
I mean,
you could
just
tell
the
from their
Ethan repeatedly
gameplay?
walking up highway. Unfortunately, this is a game where I don't think you can take too much away from
Yeah.
CLG just because they're playing against a pug, playing against a team that was obviously not organized properly. I mean, losing control and never having eyes on a very important part of the map consistently is.
I mean,
never a
I
good
think
thing.
what it comes down to ultimately is you expect CLG to win a game like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the brave souls that took a chance on Misfits should be given some credit for that. I
Yeah,
think
for
that's
their
a-
innovation,
I
the
think
thought
I
process.
think that's
Yeah,
important.
they did
too.
come in with a bold strategy.
Yeah.
Didn't pan out for them. I think the key takeaway from this to me is that Anders is just wrong.
We're back to that again.
We'll give you another chance, though, Anders, in the next time you're on the desk.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Go for the underdog again.
I mean, someone has to. You could have. Here's the real thing, Moses. You could have bet up high on this.
I could have put a pie on
You
this.
could have thrown a pie right in my face right now.
I know. I told you the era of pies is over. I don't want to be part of it anymore.
Alright,
I've had
yeah,
enough.
All right, you're backing out. I
Yep.
see how it is.
Strong words there from Moses. The pies are over. Thank you, guys, for analysing that match. We'll be back.
Did we?
Very soon? Yes, you did.
All right.
Did you not feel like you did? Was there any more analysis that you wanted to
He has
put
no
on
idea
the
what he's
table?
talking about. That's the takeaway as well.
Yeah.
Have we not all just come to the conclusion that he's just lost it?
I think that's the best way to summarize it.
Ringed
Really.
out, I think they said.
This is
Oh.
This is the end. There we go. Game 2, CLG make it through. They go on to play Cloud9, who we saw win in the first match. They are going to be going up in the upper bracket of this Group B, and they're going to be the teams that we see play very soon. But first, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. So stick with us. We'll be back very soon.